Listen, my life was so disrespectful. It done cut the whole entire thing off. Listen, hey, wives, and happy Self-Care Saturday. Listen, Coach T here with you today. I know you guys were wondering where Coach T is. We didn't get a chance to see Coach T this morning. Listen, Coach T is prioritizing herself. I made a decision to prioritize myself. I signed up for a business conference down here in the beautiful Buckhead, Atlanta area. And I came down here and been here since yesterday. It's a whole weekend journey. And so I just did a live, but it did completely just deleted the whole thing. But I wanted to just come on and check in with you guys and let you know that, hey, happy Self-Care Saturday. And make sure that you are prioritizing yourself. Me coming to this event has definitely been an eye-opener. Y'all know Coach T is introverted. I'm introverted, but it has definitely pushed me past my comfort zone. And some of the things and revelations that God has just brought forth, I want to just remind wives. On today. God is telling you in this hour, wife. He is telling you in this hour to do your work. Doing your work is not necessarily about your marriage or about what the things is concerning your marriage, but God said it's time for you to do your work in order for you to see the things that you want to see and the results that you want to see to come to pass in your own life. God is asking you to do your work in this hour, in this season. And like I was just sharing with the wives recently, this has been definitely a great experience for me. Has been a great experience for me, and the importance of it. One of the things that God has brought to my attention is, I shared with you guys on last week. Yes, I had a confession that, there is a prophecy behind the coach, but in the spirit, I am a Deborah. And so one of those things that's one of the things that has really come forward and has really made me see the importance of my journey and why I had to go through the things that I went through. God is saying, wives, your calling awaits you. This is not just about my marriage. This is not just about the things of your marriage. God wants to do something so much deeper. I always encourage wives, if God has called you to this journey, He's called you to this journey for a specific reason. And your job is to find out why. Your job is to go after the things and see what is the reason that God has told me to stay in this unhealthy marriage. Why would God choose me for this type of assignment? Why would God want me to stay in a unhealthy marriage? It is a reason for that, wives. And this is why I always encourage my wives to sign up for their Her Marital Grief curriculum. Listen, it's not just us going through the motions of your hardship. Yes, we definitely will talk about your hardship and the things you went through in your marriage, but it's discipleship 101. I use 13 steps to walk wives through her self-care soul care curriculum and help her to not only see the things concerning her marriage, but also see some of the things concerning her, to bring some things to her attention, to bring some awareness to her, to help her to see some things that God is trying to show her in this hour, in this season. We are in a season now where God is doing something new. And I always tell wives, do not miss your shift. Do not miss your shift. This is the hour. This is the season. Get on board to do the necessary things that God is calling you to in this hour. Like I said, for me, this business conference have definitely been an eye-opener for me. It has really helped me to understand my process, my journey. It really helps me as a coach. It helps me to understand me as a wife and why God has even called me to this place. I've met some people like me. I've met some people who have similar stories like me, and just hearing other people's stories and knowing that, you're not out here alone. God is placing people, wives, on your journey. He's placing people on your journey to help you get to the place that you need to be on this journey. I also shared that the Lord said, your fire is en route. He woke me up this morning in the middle of the night, and it showed on my camera that it was a person. It was a person in front of our home. And I'm like, what's going on? What's this about, Jesus? And when I looked at it, it wasn't a person. It was like a motion, like a motion. And so when I looked at it a little bit closer, it was like, no, this was the description of it almost looked like as if it was an angel standing in front of my door, and he was pushing an arrow towards fire towards my door, like a blazing fire. And so when I got from that, was God said, your fire is en route, but you have to do the work. It's important, wives, that you do the necessary work. Back then, you may not have had enough oil to call things back on forth on your marriage. Back then, you may not have had enough oil to call your husband back home. Back then, you may not have had another oil to call the situation and change the situation around. But God says, now is the hour for me to produce the necessary oil in you. Now is the hour for me to do those things. And so I want to encourage you, wives, don't miss your shift. Don't miss what God is doing in this hour. He is doing something. He is moving. And I want to just encourage you to do your work. Sign up for your consultation today. You can sign up at www.marriagechroniclesbytanika.com. Listen, wives, I hope that you are prioritizing yourself. I hope that you are doing something you enjoy doing. Listen, I'm down here in a beautiful downtown Buckhead, Atlanta. It's real nice out here, but this traffic is all kinds of ugly, honey. It's all kinds of ugly. But I wanted to just make sure that I check in with you, wives, and let you know that, listen, Coach T want to wish you a happy Self-Care Saturday. Talk to you soon. Blessings.